Welcome to Baby Boy Mulligan's Guitars, Mods, and Music. I'm Tim, and today we're going over a Squier by Fender Affinity Telecaster. I've had this guitar probably a couple, 2-3 years, and it was actually a gift from my girl Patty. It was, I believe, she paid it off. I had it on layaway. She paid it off on my birthday, or close to my birthday, after I had a heart procedure. So I really haven't touched the guitar much as far as any modifications. I did show this in the Tele Shootout video to compare it with the Tease guitar. And what I did do is I just recently put a roller string tree on here and some locking tuners that are actually Tease locking tuners, Tease guitars. And they're probably one of the best locking tuners price-wise. And they look the most like the Fender style tuners that were on here. The low E was slipping. So it was just time to replace them, and I said, why not go all in and put a good set of tuners on here. But while doing that, I did find that the B and the E string were really ringing. I put a set of D'Addario 10s on here, and we're going to put it on the table today, and we're going to repair the nut. So in a minute, I'll get over there, put it on the table, and I'll show you what we're going to do to it and what I've done so far. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. Tell me what you think about the video and the guitar. Be right back. All right, so we are working on the Squier Affinity Telecaster today. I had put some new locking tuners on this because the original tuners that it came with, the E string, the low E was slipping. I mentioned that in my last video with this guitar, with the Tele Shootout. So these are actually Tease guitars locking tuners. And I did have to fill and then put new screws in. But in that process, the nut, I always noticed a little bit of a ring in the guitar. The nut just wasn't quite right. So I put some of my gel super glue in here, which is what I do when I fill a nut slot that is cut wonky. And they were cut wonky from the factory because I have never touched this guitar other than to do the fretwork on this guitar. So today we're going to go over filing these back out. And I'm actually going to use the cheapy fret files because the ones that I have here I know are going to be too big for this job. These are ones I got on Temu a couple of years back, and they serve their purpose and they're good for some nut slots. But when you do the B and the E, they're just a little too big. So I did order some new ones, but they're not going to be here till the end of the month, middle or end of the month, to get the price I got on them. Because I got two sets. One for 10s and one's for 9s. So what we're going to do today, we're going to use these cheapies, like I said. And we're using the last two. And you just take these and you file away. You get your slot where you want it. And you want to go on an angle. Yep, blow a little DNA on there. It's only mine. Now, before I had a ringing that you could not believe. And it's just really that simple. You can see these have been used. They're bent up. And twisted up. So much so, I got to move them around to get them right. Okay, there we go. There's the one I made. Trying to get you a good angle here. I don't know if I got my big head in the way or not. I can't really see until I look at the video. So now I don't have that. I don't have that funky ring anymore. You got a little bounce in the strings here. Not so much that one, but this one can go down just a little bit more. We don't want it popping out of there. Now, when you on these cheaper, inexpensive ones, you'll see that there's some little ridges in here. That's the area you're going to use. You don't want to use the smooth part down this end because that won't do anything. Test that good. Make sure it doesn't pop out of there like that. Okay, put your finger over there. Gives it a little more pressure to cut that slot out. That should be good now. And it's in the right spot. Very little bounce there. Very, very little, which is good. You don't want a lot of bounce in your strings. When you do this, you press on this 3rd fret, you tap on that, it should barely move. But you don't want it where it doesn't move, because when it doesn't move, then you get the ringing the whole time, no matter what you're playing, where you're playing, I should say. So, double check this guy here. Okay, so they're not going to jump out. All right, so the next thing is to tune it up and play it. So let's get to it, guys. All right, so let's demo this guitar. Starting at bridge position. Middle. And the neck. Now, something as little as some Diodario strings, reset the intonation, 10s they are, 10 strings. Some locking tuners, fixing the nut on this guitar, a fret job, not a crazy one, but a fret job, and taking the rough edges off the sides. And it's like a whole different guitar. Still got the microphonic. You can't talk into them, they're not that microphonic pickups. But, you know, it's got that true telly sound. Now, got my Bon Jovi shirt on today, so wouldn't be right if I didn't do a little. Don't want to get copyrighted. So, let's put on my effects and see the difference. Bridge, middle. And neck. So it's got all those telly twangs. I wrote a lot of, well, actually recorded, wrote a lot of stuff on my other guitar, my acoustic, but I played a lot of songs that are in my catalog with this guitar, because this was my first telly. And I had my double cutaway, I got my Ibanez LP, and then I got this. And then the next one was my Kramer Strat. And I started recording everything I could because I didn't know if I was going to make it. And I ended up with a new heart. So, just a lesson. Fight. Never give up. So let's put some dirt on this. the middle. And the neck. So you can rock. Probably not for that. Piss the neighbors off. I don't want to do Let's go a little later on that. Middle. And the neck. Now that's probably about where I'm going to play that song. And I might use this guitar just because it's nostalgic. And the song I wrote's kind of nostalgic. And this is actually that song. It's called I Found You in Tennessee. But I think she can do it all now that she's set up right. Granted, I love this guitar. This guitar has got memories. This guitar has got a lot, right here. But when it comes to recording, that's my baby right there. The T's 57 Candy Red. Shout out C.D. Nelson for the name. But this one I'm always going to love, and I'm always going to play on songs too. So, thanks again, Patty. And if you guys like the video, dig the guitar, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching Baby Boy Mulligan's Guitars, Mods, and Music. And we'll see you next time.